shifting our focus to protests that are taking place in the national capital. This after allegations that were made by the LG as far as the feedback unit is concerned. Let's bring in our colleague Anshul, who has been tracking these developments. Anshul, talk to us about what's happening.
So yes, the protest march has started by the Delhi BJP. I'll just try and move out of the frame and show you that yes, the BJP leaders have started this march from Shaheed Park at ITO to the Secretariat, where they will be demanding the resignation of Manish Sisodia in this entire snooping matter that has come to the fore. So definitely after the allegations that have been put forth by the Lieutenant Governor, now the BJP is making sure that it leaves no stone unturned in putting this point across that this government that is being run by Arvind Kejriwal, this government is not for the people and is in fact actually snooping on political leaders out here. So yes, I'll just try and get in a word from Delhi BJP president who is present over here. Sir, आपका
राजनीति छोड़नी पड़ेगी, अरविंद केजरीवाल के खिलाफ कानूनी कार्रवाई हो, अरविंद केजरीवाल को इस्तीफा देना पड़ेगा।
सेक्रेटेरिएट जा रहे हैं सर, आप क्या डिमांड है आपकी?
हमारी सीधी सी मांग है, अरविंद केजरीवाल मनीष सिसोदिया के खिलाफ एफआईआर दर्ज हो।
बैरिकेड यहाँ लगाया है,
लगाते रहे ना, हमने कहा था वहाँ लगाने के लिए।
कहा है सीबीआई को कहा गया है कि केस रजिस्टर करने के लिए, तो आपकी मांग तो मान ली गई है, सीबीआई तफ्तीश करेगी,
इनकी गिरफ्तारी हो, ये हमारी मांग है।
कोशिश करते हैं कि क्या कुछ है, यहाँ पर हम बात कर लेते हैं।
They are demanding the resignation of Arvind Kejriwal and Manish Sisodia at this point in time. So yes, it remains to be seen if at all the Aam Aadmi Party would come to the fore and take this and rebut these claims that have been made by the BJP that not only political personalities but also journalists and judges were also snooped by the Arvind Kejriwal government. So yes, in the next few minutes, as they have started their protest march, the senior leaders of the BJP are already present over here. In fact, the senior leaders of the Delhi BJP are present over here. They are trying to put this point across that yes, Arvind Kejriwal is not working for the people of Delhi. In fact, is snooping on leaders. So yes, this protest march has started. The team of Delhi Police and Security Forces are already deployed over here. Because remember, we are standing at ITO. ITO is one of the most busiest routes in the national capital, and this protest that is being carried out right now is definitely something that the police is trying to make sure that situation remains under control at every point. The traffic has been stopped out here at this point in time. So yes, in the next few minutes they are marching towards the Secretariat, but yes, they will not be allowed to reach the Secretariat. In fact, they will be stopped by police barricades in the next few meters from here. So yes, it remains to be seen if the BJP would agree with the police to make sure that law and order is maintained in this entire area, or will they continue with the protest march till the Secretariat. So yes, the march has started.
Anshul is pointing out the BJP has already begun their protest and they're marching towards the Secretariat. Anshul, but I want to talk to you about the specific concerns that even the BJP leaders there on the ground are raising. They're saying that despite the fact there was a vigilant department already in place, still this FBU unit was created because it wanted allocation to be done to the Delhi Deputy Chief Minister. What are the specific demands of the BJP as of now?
So yes, the BJP is demanding that a free and fair probe should happen in this entire matter. Now, what are their allegations? They say that a sum of rupees 1 crore was given to form this unit, and requisite permissions were not taken not only from the Delhi cabinet or the LG, but from requisite agencies as well. Because remember, even to tap a phone, the permission that needs to be taken from the MHA itself. And since the entire procedure was sidelined, and the manner in which the FBU was operating, in which former intelligence officials were operating over there. So what happened to the data? Who were the people who were snooped upon? Were the only political leaders snooped upon, or other people were also snooped upon? Because yes, the note that has been given by the Lieutenant Governor and the preliminary investigation of the CBI has also indicated that approximately 40% of the data that was used that actually belonged to political leaders and individuals. So yes, it remains to be seen as to what, once the FIR gets registered and the investigation is started in this entire matter, it will be more and more clear as to who were the people who were snooped upon and what were the reasons, what happened to the data. Because this unit was actually made by Arvind Kejriwal after coming to power in 2015. The basic job of this unit was to make sure that if any sort of corruption is happening inside any ministries, then this unit will make sure that they have the requisite proof so that action could be taken against them. But yes, they started snooping on individuals. This is something that has raised a lot of eyebrows in the national capital. This could actually be seen as the Pegasus movement for the Delhi BJP, and now they are putting allegations on the Aam Aadmi Party that they have been snooped upon. Remember last year how the Congress. Last year we saw in Lok Sabha there was a lot of hue and cry over the entire Pegasus issue. This time around the BJP is also making the same allegations. I'll just try and get in a word from a few people. क्या है आप लोगों की डिमांड क्या है?
हमारी डिमांड है जो इसने घोटाले में जो करा है, जो जासूसी
घोटाला क्या है? घोटाला क्या है इसमें?
घोटाला ये है जो इसने जासूसी, दिल्ली सरकार ने जासूसी पर्दाफाश हुआ है इसके खिलाफ में विरोध प्रदर्शन जो किया गया है, सत्याबाजी किया।
सीबीआई को केस दे दिया गया है, सीबीआई केस रजिस्टर करेगी, इन्वेस्टिगेशन करेगी। और क्या मांगते हैं? अब इन्वेस्टिगेशन तो हो रही है।
मांगते हैं, हमें ये मांगते हैं जो घोटाले इन्होंने करे हैं अपने घोटालों को बचाने के लिए ये झूठ बोल रहे, इन दोनों को, मनीष सिसोदिया को, केजरीवाल को जेल जाना होगा।
So yes, these are the demands of these people who say that both these leaders should be arrested and should be sent to jail. But yes, since the CBI has already, since the CBI is going to take over the investigation after the LG has already given a go-ahead, I'll try and get in a word from a few more
Right,
people.
Anshul, before you do that, Anshul, I'd like to understand this one thing. The fact that this is a feedback unit that's been set up under the Aam Aadmi Party government, and this has been set up, what is being claimed is under the Vigilance Department to collect political intelligence. That is the allegation. What is the AAP government really saying about this Facebook unit really? What is their counter to that? And considering there are so many incoherent responses that are coming in, they're talking about corruption and snooping. What has been established? Who has been snooped upon? Do we know?
So yes, that would be more clear once the CBI starts its investigation in this entire matter. But yes, the Delhi BJP has been saying that the entire formation of this committee was something that is unconstitutional. If you could see in the visuals over here, the hangama has already started over here. The workers have been stopped on barricades. Now they are trying to cross this barricade to reach the Secretariat. So yes, the pushing and pulling has already started. The Delhi police is trying to convince them at this point in time to make sure that law and order is maintained over here. If you see, the Delhi BJP president is now standing on this barricade trying to cross it. So this is the kind of political messaging that the BJP is trying to give at this point in time. They are trying to build pressure on the Aam Aadmi Party. One after the other, we are seeing these allegations coming forth from the Lieutenant Governor office, which is giving a lot of ammunition to the BJP to build more pressure on the Aam Aadmi Party and to tarnish the image of Aam Aadmi Party, that the Aam Aadmi Party claims that it is a Qatari Imandar party. So yes, this is a kind of political bickering that has already started.
Yes, and Anshul, very dramatic visuals with the Delhi BJP president having that binocular, claiming that and establishing those snooping allegations that they are making against the Aam Aadmi Party.
Well, definitely the entire top brass of the Delhi BJP is now present over here. They are now standing on these barricades. They are trying to put this point across that they will not stop on the demands of the Delhi police, and they will continue with their protest to the Delhi Secretariat. However, the Delhi police is currently trying to stop them. So yes, we saw those binoculars with the Delhi BJP president, leaders like Vijay Goyal. All of them had come over here with the binoculars to give this message across that people of the national capital are being snooped upon, their privacy is being invaded. These are the kind of messages that the party is trying to put across at this point in time. They have stopped at this barricade right outside the ITO. Now remember, ITO is one of the most busiest areas in the national capital. Something like this happening over here definitely raises a lot of issues for the Delhi police, and that is the reason why several teams of Delhi police, CRPF, have already been deployed over here. They are trying to convince them to stop right here and not go any further. So yes, it remains to be seen if these people would actually stop over here. But yes, it seems like these people are very adamant on the demand that they are going to continue to march towards the Delhi Secretariat. At this point, they have been stopped by the Delhi police. In fact, Delhi BJP president has managed to cross the barricade now, and he is alone started his march towards the Secretariat, or the workers have been stopped at the barricade, and the Delhi BJP president has started his march. I'll just try and get in his audio bite as to what he wants to say.
आप देखेंगे तमाम से यहाँ पर
आप अकेले जा रहे हैं कार्यकर्ताओं को. So the Delhi BJP president has now started on a dharna in ITO. Since they have been stopped by the police, they have now sat on a dhanda on ITO. They are raising slogans against the Aam Aadmi Party at this point in time. आप लोगों को आगे क्या रणनीति
क्या प्रशासन आगे नहीं बढ़ने दे रहा है?
अभी तो प्रशासन रोक रहा है। हम भी उनके साथ शांतिपूर्वक समाधान चाहते हैं, लेकिन हमें सचिवालय तक जाने दिया जाए। हम अरविंद केजरीवाल को तिहाड़ ले जाने के लिए आए हैं।
आम आदमी पार्टी कह रही है सारे पॉलिटिकल आरोप हैं।
आम आदमी पार्टी तो झूठ की दुकान है, बोलती है भाग जाती है। अगर ये आरोप झूठे हैं तो सीबीआई की जो रिपोर्ट है उसको झूठा कहे। एफबीजी यूनिट क्यों बनाया उसका कारण बताए। सीक्रेट सर्विस फंड कहाँ लगा रहे थे उसका कारण बताएं। कल से एक बार तो मुंह खोले अरविंद केजरीवाल।
डिमांड क्या है?
अरविंद केजरीवाल, मनीष सिसोदिया के खिलाफ एफआईआर दर्ज हो और उनके खिलाफ कानूनी कार्रवाई की जाए।
So yes, that was now sat on a dhanda right here at ITO. The senior officials of the Delhi police are now arriving over here. They will try to remove him from here. At this point in time, the police is present. So yes, the BJP president is very, very confident, and he is demanding the resignation of both Arvind Kejriwal and Manish Sisodia in this entire matter. And definitely, the kind of allegations that have been put forth definitely has given a shot in the arm to the BJP to go ahead with such protest and try to win this battle of perception that has been fought by the Delhi BJP now for a very, very long time. So yes, it remains to be seen as to when will they be removed and if any stringent action will the Delhi police take against them. But yes, at this point in time, it seems like the Delhi BJP is absolutely adamant and they are not ready to move from here.
And Anshul, what else are they demanding? Considering the CBI is already at it, they are looking into this matter, the probe is underway. So after that, what are they demanding?
They have just one demand that I have been speaking to the leaders over here, the workers over here. They say that both Arvind Kejriwal and Manish Sisodia should resign at the earliest, and because this is not the first allegations that have been made against them, there are several allegations of corruption against both Manish Sisodia and Arvind Kejriwal that have been put by the BJP themselves. However, not much have been proven in the court of law at this point in time. But yes, they say that both these leaders should resign, and the people of Delhi should make sure that these people are not on powerful positions, because the manner in which the snooping has been done on the people of Delhi, their privacies have been invaded, and hence they have no right to stay on the position. But yes, since the matter is with the CBI and the CBI is going to register a case in this entire matter, their demands seem really, really feeble at this point in time, and until unless an investigation, a free and fair probe happens in this entire matter, it is very, very unlikely that the Aam Aadmi Party would come out with a rebuttal in this entire matter as well. However, the CBI is going to register a case, and once the CBI registers the case and the investigation goes on, we could get more clarity as to what development has happened in this entire matter.
Okay, Anshul, help me get this right. The BJP is demanding a resignation of the Delhi Chief Minister, who has been obviously elected by the people of Delhi, and his deputy, Mr. Manish Sisodia, over a Facebook unit that the government decided to set up. Is that right? That's how it's sounding.
Definitely the feedback unit that was set up by the Delhi government, they are now saying that this feedback unit was actually snooping on individuals, private individuals, which was not their right. The feedback unit that was set up by the Delhi government was initially set up to make sure that any sort of corruption that happens inside any of the ministries in the national capital.
Yes, absolutely. You know, Anshul, why I actually mouth that very thing is for people to also realize what is happening here. A democratically elected government in Delhi, and the Chief Minister and his deputy are being asked to resign over a Facebook unit that is being alleged to have snooped upon individuals. The allegations have not yet been proven, and there is a whole lot of drama that spilled onto the streets, and there are protests that are happening by the BJP. This in the wake of the fact that there is no mayor that's still there as part of the Delhi Assembly. They are not doing things right when it comes to the Assembly for actually doing something for the people of Delhi. Should we not see this as mere drama and a waste of time?
Well, definitely, Griya. This is what we have been reporting, that from the past approximately a year now, the battle of perception is being fought on the streets of national capital. On one hand, the Aam Aadmi Party is continuously defending itself from allegations that have been put forth by the Lieutenant Governor and the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP. On the other hand, the BJP is trying to revive itself. In fact, the Delhi BJP is trying to revive itself through these allegations and through these protests that are being done over here day in and day out. Because remember, the situation of Delhi BJP is very, very dire when it comes to the electoral.
Anshul, I believe there are some detentions that possibly will be happening. There are some women leaders of the BJP that are being manhandled by the police. This is going to get grave because I don't see any women police officers there.
Well, there are women police officials, but they are present at different locations. However, the amount of women police officials that were required over here, that definitely cannot be seen here. In fact, mostly male police officials and male officials of the CRPF can be seen over here. In fact, few leaders have already been detained by the police. In fact, if I could just show you in the visuals over here, ask my camera person Vikas Rawat to show you in the visuals over here, that the Delhi BJP president has now been detained. He has now been taken into this car by the police, and this vehicle is trying to drive away. However, the vehicle is being stopped by the workers of the Bharatiya Janata Party. They are not allowing this vehicle to move from here. So Delhi BJP President Vijay Saxena has now been detained by the Delhi police, and he is being taken away from here. So yes, the Delhi police trying its absolute best to make sure that law and order situation remains under control. But yes, these BJP workers are actually very, very adamant and are absolutely not ready to listen to the police, especially in front of the media cameras that are present over here. The workers are also trying to put this message across, trying to reverberate this message that the BJP is an opposition over here and will continue to protest against the Aam Aadmi parties. But yes, it remains to be seen at this point in time as to how much of this message would actually be reverberated amongst the people over here. But yes, the situation, the Delhi police at this point is trying to control the situation. They are dragging these BJP workers from the spot. They are trying to remove them from the spot because the vehicle in which the BJP president is present right now, that vehicle is not being able to move from there because it has absolutely been surrounded by the workers of BJP. The Delhi police trying its absolute best to push the people away to make sure that this vehicle is allowed to move from here. So yes, it is now official that the BJP president has now been detained by the Delhi police and is taken away. However, if you see these visuals, the dramatic scenes unfolding out here in the national capital at ITO, where the BJP workers have now lied in front of the vehicle. They are not allowing that vehicle to move away from here. It's an absolute chaos situation for the Delhi police to handle at this point in time. They are trying to remove these people, but yes, these people are very, very adamant and are saying that they will not allow their president to be taken away from here until and unless they are allowed to reach the Secretariat. So yes, the situation slowly spiraling out of hand for the Delhi police, and yes, it remains to be seen as to if the Delhi police would actually be able to control this situation. But yes, the amount of police force that is over here is definitely outnumbered by the number of protesters that are over here, and that is the reason why it is becoming an absolute nightmare for the Delhi police to maintain the situation, law and order situation over here. The vehicle is still not being allowed to move. The Delhi police is trying to clear the way for the vehicle so that the vehicle could be taken away. But yes, these workers are continuously standing in front of that vehicle in which Vijay Saxena is in right now. He is being taken away by the Delhi police. In fact, has been detained. Other leaders of the BJP have also been detained. These workers are still very, very adamant. They are lying on the ground just to put their point across. But yes, the president has now been taken away. The vehicle has started moving, and in fact, the police has now taken Vijay Saxena into custody and have now sped from the location in the national capital. So yes, now since the president has been detained, the protest would be called off in the next few minutes now, Griya.
Right, absolutely, Anshul. We have seen those dramatic visuals. Anshul, they're reporting live from that very location where this massive protest that's been called by members of the BJP is happening. Now that the detention of the Delhi BJP president has happened, the police has taken him away, there would be a scattering of the protesters that we are going to be seeing. The information that is exclusively being brought to you by my colleague Anshul, who is reporting live from this very ground. Anshul, how many people approximately who had gathered in the wake of these protests, and how many people when it comes to the police forces, considering you were talking about how the police was outnumbered clearly because of this large gathering?
So approximately 400 to 500 people had gathered over here, but yes, the police was also not sure about the number of officials that were needed to be present over here. There were several teams of the Delhi police and the Central Reserve Police Force deployed over here, but yes, those police officials were definitely outnumbered by the number of protesters who were actually present over here, and that is the reason why the Delhi police was not able to predict the magnanimity of this entire protest, and hence it became an absolute nightmare for the Delhi police to make sure that the protest ends at the earliest, especially at ITO.